Divine Feminine Astrology. I am Erica Othen, here to share daily inspiration to empower your highest self. So this is the second day, I guess the second episode of Divine Feminine Astrology. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed and liked my first video. As I said, this is definitely a labor of love. It is something that has been on my heart for some time, that I've really been wanting to create for you all and share in this way. So it really does mean the world to me, all of your love, your kindness, and your support. So let's dive right in. This is for Friday, April 29th, and the sun is at 9 degrees of Taurus. Let's tune into the energy. Okay, so the first thing that I'm seeing is that the moon is going to be just moving through those last degrees of Aries, and it's going to be meeting up with Pallas Athena today. So Pallas Athena as an asteroid, I always think of Joan of Arc as an avatar of her energy. So Pallas Athena is really our creative intelligence. It is divine feminine intelligence. It's when intellect and intuition meet to be like a navigating force to guide us through. I also really love the glyph of Pallas Athena. It looks like a little diamond with a cross at the bottom, and I always think of it as representing our pineal gland or our third eye. So right now with the moon, which represents our emotions, our subconscious, definitely there is an aspect of our intuition as well, like our feelings, how we take care of ourselves and nurture ourselves. It's meeting in the sky with this expression that really does represent our inner vision. So you may have some pretty potent dreams at this time, maybe some prophetic dreams. It could be giving you some messages, maybe even some daydreams or visions. It's really, a powerful energy when the moon meets up, because it's like this feeling of our subconscious, which is like a lower chakra, sacral vibration, coming and meeting with our higher chakra, so our third eye or our ajna. So I'm definitely feeling that like your intuition is really crystal clear right now. Also, we've got Mercury just at that final degree of the Pleiades, really, at 29 degrees of Taurus. So Mercury is just about to touch Alcyon at 0 degrees, but it's just at 29:53, making a really beautiful trine to Pluto. So again, your mind, our collective mind, I'll say, is like a superpower right now. You may be accessing some intuitive feelings about different people. You may want to speak your truth and share your feelings at this time. When I connect to the energy of the Pleiades, as far as our star ancestors there, they are here to help humanity remember our power so we can connect with our highest timeline, our highest possible potential and energy. The Pleiadian energy is very throat chakra to me, so it's very I was gonna say expressive, but progressive. I think of the Pleiadians as like the cosmic cheerleaders of the zodiac. So super high vibrational, comes in with a lot of energy, a burst of energy. So your mind and your desire to communicate may be highly active right now. Again, with that trine to Pluto retrograde, it's almost like I'm seeing like a sword of truth. You're really able to tune in to what is real, what is not. You may want to be speaking your truth in a really powerful, empowering, and inspiring way. The Pleiades, again, as a star family, they're here to really lead with inspiration. They're the bringers of the dawn, so they lead with light, information, truth. So we could be seeing more things coming to light within the collective. Something that I will say about the energy, which is really relevant to those who resonate with the Pleiadians. Maybe you feel you may be a Pleiadian, or it's just like an energetic connection and resonance that you may possess or have. The Pleiadian energy tends to be sometimes a little heady. So connecting with the vibration of your heart now is really supported. Also, like self-love, giving back to yourself, doing things that you love is going to be something really beautiful and powerful that you can do for yourself, especially as we are on this eve of the eclipse. Now, the eclipse energy, which has been coming in hot, like I feel many of us in the collective are really tuning in, and we're feeling the potency of this eclipse. I know a lot of people, there's almost been like an energy of trepidation in the field in regarding to this eclipse, but eclipses are powerful, right? This is a solar eclipse, so you can think of it as a supercharged new moon. This is going to be really bringing in this new cycle, this new series, grounding in this Taurus Venusian energy with this eclipse. So I'm channeling it as really beautiful and powerful. I'm going to go deep into all of the energy of this eclipse in tomorrow's episode. But right now, as we're on the precipice of it, again, more information may be coming to light, more truth. You may feel compelled to speak your truth. Sometimes too, right before eclipses, you'll see relationships either coming together stronger. So I'm actually seeing like a bond and a foundation being built, or those that are not on the same vibration or on the same path, you can see a loosening of the bond or some separation. So you may want to be mindful of that. It should be crystal clear who is on that same resonant vibration as you, especially with this eclipse energy coming through. Sometimes eclipses can it's almost like they can come in really swiftly to shift and cut cords. And I'm seeing realigning with like your mission, right? So if there are some people or some places, maybe it's a job that just isn't part of the mission anymore, you may see a completion of that cycle and an ending. Let's tune into the energy of true Lilith. So she just moved in to 1 degree of Cancer. She's still conjunct Isis. I touched on this energy a little bit yesterday. So Isis at that last degree of Gemini at 29, and then she's really closely conjunct true Lilith at 1 Cancer. So let's tune into the vibration of Goddess Isis and her emanation within our collective. So there's really many beautiful expressions that she holds space in specific in like relationship to divine feminine energy. She brings in this energy of our heart. I always feel like Goddess Isis helps us remember our wings, which are an aspect of our divinity. And then when we have Lilith in really tight orb close conjunction, Lilith wants to rise up. She wants to break free from any kind of suppression. She doesn't want to be tamed. So this is really beautiful, but I'm actually seeing, and I'm like hearing this call, and perhaps this is a call, a lot of earth angels, those of us that are here on an angelic mission, a divine mission, who are really holding the light. I'm seeing anchoring in the light. It's like our wings are unfurling now. Our wings don't want to be tamed anymore. Oh gosh, this is such a beautiful vision. I want to express this as articulately as I can, but I'm actually seeing like these beautiful earth angels just like unlocking our wings, and then any kind of energy that's been dense or holding or binding, any cords that have been restricting the movement and the full expansion and expression of our wings is being released, because that Lilith energy is helping us rise up, break free from any cords that have been binding us. Again, this is a similar energy to what I was just tuning into with the dawn. I'm going to say the dawn of this solar eclipse that's coming up tomorrow. So if you feel compelled to do a cord cutting meditation, I think that could be really helpful and supportive. I personally really resonate with Steve Noble. I think that he creates some really great beautiful guided meditations. So you may want to check that out. Little shout out to Steve Noble there. But I'm just seeing this beautiful image of these angelic earth angels rising up, coming together, remembering our peace, remembering our power, really anchoring in the frequency of the light, because especially as Mercury is in the Pleiades, this light frequency is really shining radiant and brightly. Another beautiful vibration of Goddess Isis that is coming through. She helps us remember our magic. She helps us really step in and embody not only our divinity, but our radiance, right? When you think about your heart chakra open and expanded, and then your wings just stretching out, like full expression of our divinity, full radiant, confident, composed, strong. There's a fierce energy to Goddess Isis's vibration as well. And of course, she is the goddess of magic. So, remembering that magic is all around us, that we can access this in any moment, that could really help with manifestation. That could help with your creativity. I'm also seeing a really beautiful burst of creative energy coming through right now. Let's see what else I want to kind of connect with for today. So we did the moon with Pallas Athena. It is a similar vibration to what was going on yesterday. Let's see if anything else is coming through. Yeah, I just feel like those are the main vibes for today. I'm going to have a full report for tomorrow for the solar eclipse. I'm also going to tie that in with like a little weekend report. So we're going to be going really deep into that energy. Okay, so one more thing that I do want to tune into is Hecate with the North Node. Now, this was an exact conjunction. I did illuminate it yesterday, kind of touched on it, but there's something really beautiful about the degree that they are connected. So Hecate and the North Node are both at 22 degrees of Taurus. So we've got 2222. It's an exact degree orb. So Hecate is really the goddess of the crossroads. She lights the way. A little bit about her mythology. She was the one who helped Persephone in her journey from the underworld into the upper world in order to reunite with her mother. It was actually Hecate on her chariot who went down to get Persephone, and then she brought her up. So again, this is so I'm tuning into the vibration of darkness and light that is very clear, and it's very apparent. The duality of the vibration that we are here in, that exists here on earth, but also the vibration of certain people. It's almost as if it's very clear who's connecting more with the light and who may be more in their shadow. Now, none of this is good or bad. There's no judgment. But again, these vibrations are becoming really clear. So if relationships or friendships or any kind of interpersonal connection, if you're experiencing a breakdown, it really just comes down to you're not on a resonant frequency anymore. It doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way, but I would be mindful for that, because again, tuning into this vibration, which was such a clear, really vivid, potent, beautiful vision of these earth angels, just it's almost like waking up. Like I'm literally seeing these like angelic energy, earth angels waking up, remembering how powerful and beautiful and magical they are, remembering how powerful the light is, how pure the light is. Also, I'm seeing like a return to innocence. So if you are experiencing almost, so I'm seeing like a pull to the past or a pull to your shadow, just kind of being mindful of the environment in which you're in, because I'm seeing a lot of almost like outsourcing of love in order to hold the light. That may be a really specific message, but it just kind of came through that way. So back to Hecate in the North Node. This is shining light on our divine mission, right? Leading the way, lighting the way. The sign of Taurus is Venus ruled, right? So Venus is the divine feminine. It is the expression of our heart. So I'm really seeing our heart light the way and lead the way at this time. I'm seeing the feminine light the way and lead the way, probably back to our hearts. Back so that humanity can remember our passion, our purpose, and be guided back to the light and back to our hearts. So let's pull a card for today. This is from the Wild Offering Oracle. This is going to be a prayer to really anchor in the energy, the frequencies of today. So the card that I pulled, and actually it's so funny because 2 cards came out yesterday, 2 cards came today. Truth. So it says, when everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Talk me over and speak me through. And then there's these beautiful birds that are here on this card of truth. This is really resonant and relevant, I feel, to Mercury in the Pleiades at 29 degrees of Taurus, making that beautiful positive flowing trine in alignment to Pluto retrograde, all about speaking our truth, the powerful transformation and alchemy that occurs when we speak our truth. When we connect to our truth, when we connect to the light, we can also think of Pluto. This is beautiful. This is coming together again right now, where I'm seeing this vision of Pluto and our shadow and Persephone kind of resurrecting from the underworld into the light of the Pleiades. So this is the full spectrum that's being illuminated right here and right now. Also, of course, with Lilith and Isis, it's kind of that same energy of the light and the dark and speaking our truth, but rising up and really, I'm seeing being anointed with truth, anointing with truth, and also I'm seeing a beautiful coronation onto the throne of our truth. So that was a little message that just came through as well. The second card that just kind of popped up and came through for today is health. And the prayer is, allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of my body no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. I think that this is really beautiful, especially on the eve of this eclipse. Just yesterday we had the moon moving through Chiron, so that could have brought up some, a healing or some wounds or some triggers or just some deep inner work that may have been illuminated as an opportunity to greater deepen into or expand into. And I think, looking at this card, it can be in relationship to our actual physical body. It could also be interpreted and translated in an energetic way, in order to keep vibrationally healthy and pure, and energetically pure and whole and healthy, to be loving and kind and to nurture yourself and take care of yourself and really give yourself time, especially if you are in a process of healing and doing your own inner work. Rest and peace and silence, like the first card said, because that really allows all of this really powerful, potent, profound energy and medicine and healing to integrate and to really occur, which is a really important and significant aspect of healing. So I hope you enjoyed this Divine Feminine Astrology daily for today. If you haven't already, please like this video and share it with your friends if it resonates, and subscribe to my channel. I am going to be sharing these daily, and if you would like to get notified, just hit that little subscribe and I would appreciate it so much. But wishing you a beautiful day. I will be back tomorrow, sending you so much love from my heart to yours. See you soon.